Have you ever felt anger, resentment, or a desire for revenge towards someone who has hurt you? Have you ever wished you could get back at them or make them suffer as much as they made you suffer? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you are not alone. We all have enemies or people we perceive as enemies in our lives. They can be our rivals, competitors, critics, people who hate us, or even friends or family members who have betrayed or hurt us. But what if I told you there's a better way to deal with your enemies, a way that doesn't involve fights, violence, or aggression, but wisdom, virtue, and self-control? A way that not only destroys your enemies, but also transforms you into a better person, a person free from negative emotions and living in harmony with yourself, others, and nature. This way is the path of Stoicism. If you are new here, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Statistics show that only 3% of my audience is subscribed to the channel. So if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Stoicism teaches us that the only thing truly under our control is our own judgments, opinions, and actions, and everything else is external, indifferent, and subject to change. Therefore, we should focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot control without letting it disturb our peace of mind. Therefore, Stoicism is not a passive or indifferent attitude, but rather an active and rational one that allows us to live according to our nature and reason, and empowers us to face any challenge, obstacle, or adversity with courage, wisdom, and dignity. Number 1. Realize that your enemy is not the cause of your suffering, but your judgment. Your enemy is not the cause of your suffering, but your judgment in the quest to dismantle your enemy's power without resorting to physical confrontation. The second crucial knowledge lies in understanding that your adversary is not the root cause of your suffering. In fact, it is your own judgments that wield that power. Your enemy does not directly inject you with anger, sadness, or fear. Rather, it is your interpretation of their actions, your thought processes, and your reactions that shape your emotional responses. Your enemy then acts as a mirror, reflecting the internal landscape of your mind and emotions, the areas where your judgments are distorted, where irrationality and emotional reactivity rule your thoughts. In this context, your adversary serves as a catalyst, revealing patterns of unrealistic expectations and highlighting the deep attachments and aversions you have towards external circumstances. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher who himself went from being a slave to becoming a revered master, encapsulated this idea in his Enchiridion. It is not events that disturb people, but their judgments about them. This fundamental perception challenges the notion that external events have an inherent power to disturb mental peace. Rather, it is the lens through which these events are interpreted that shapes the emotional response. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the opinions they have of them. This statement emphasizes the Stoic philosophies about the inner realm, urging individuals to recognize that their perceptions and interpretations play a crucial role in determining their emotional states. By understanding that your enemy is not the sole instigator of your turmoil, but rather a catalyst for your own judgments, you gain the power to reshape your reactions and cultivate emotional resilience. Moreover, Epictetus urges individuals to remember that insults and abuses do not inherently offend them. Instead, it is the interpretation and judgment placed on these actions that lead to feeling insulted. This requires a profound shift in perspective, from attributing blame to the external world to assuming responsibility for one's own interpretations and emotional responses. Instead of directing blame, complaint, or resentment towards your enemy, embark on the transformative journey of self-examination. Challenge your assumptions, examine your judgments, and strive to change your perspective. When you change your perspective towards your enemy, you are not only altering the way you interact with them, but you are also transforming your relationship with yourself and the world around you. Instead of seeing your enemy as an external entity that causes you discomfort, you begin to see them as a mirror, reflecting internal aspects of your own being. This shift in focus allows you to explore more deeply your own self-awareness, inviting you to examine your own emotional reactions, deeply held beliefs, and thought patterns. By doing so, you gain a greater understanding of yourself and the areas in which you can grow and improve. Wisdom also emerges from this new perspective. By recognizing that your judgments are the key to your emotional state, you realize the importance of cultivating a more balanced and compassionate mind. You realize that instead of automatically reacting to your enemy's actions, you have the ability to respond in a more conscious and calm manner. Moreover, this paradigm shift can bring you joy. By ceasing to see your enemy as a source of pain and suffering, you can free yourself from the weight of bitterness and resentment. Instead, you can find joy in the process of personal growth and in the deeper connection with yourself and others. Finally, this change in perspective also provides you with courage. By recognizing that you have the power to control your own judgments and reactions, you feel more empowered to face life's challenges with determination and courage. You realize that true strength lies in the ability to maintain calm and composure, even in the midst of adversity. In summary, by changing your perspective towards your enemy, you not only transform your relationship with them, but also unlock a vast potential for personal growth, wisdom, joy, and courage. You embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment that leads you towards a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Number 2, realize that your enemy is not your enemy, but your teacher. In the quest to understand how to overcome adversaries without resorting to physical conflict, the first principle is to recognize that your enemy serves as a powerful teacher in the classroom of life. Instead of seeing them as a malevolent force, consider your adversary as a catalyst for growth, challenging your limits, revealing your weaknesses, and highlighting your vices. Your enemy becomes a mirror reflecting the areas where improvement is needed. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the eminent Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, the best way to avenge yourself is not to become like the wrongdoer. This profound statement underscores the importance of rising above animosity and cultivating virtues in response to adversity. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Aurelius elegantly expressed this perspective, urging us to find opportunities by using challenges as stepping stones towards personal and moral development. Instead of succumbing to anger or resentment, embrace the adversities posed by your enemy as a means to build resilience, strength, and wisdom. Furthermore, Marcus Aurelius encourages self-reflection with the advice: whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? This introspective approach forces you to acknowledge your imperfections before judging others, fostering humility and empathy. Therefore, instead of harboring hatred or seeking revenge against your enemy, consider expressing gratitude for the valuable lessons they provide. Extend goodwill, wish them well, and explore the potential for reconciliation. Change your perspective from seeing your enemy as a threat to embracing them as a unique gift, a blessing that propels you towards self-discovery and personal evolution. By doing so, you completely transform the dynamics of your relationship with those you perceive as adversaries. Instead of confronting them with resentment and hostility, You receive them with openness and acceptance. Adopting this mindset involves recognizing that every encounter with an enemy, whether real or perceived, is an opportunity for growth and learning. Each challenge they present offers you the chance to examine your own strengths and weaknesses, as well as to develop a deeper understanding of yourself and others. By embracing your enemies as unique gifts, you acknowledge that they are the ones who provide you with the most valuable lessons on your journey of self-discovery. They show you areas of your life that require attention and challenge you to expand your boundaries and explore new possibilities. This approach not only allows you to disarm the negative influence of your enemies, but also elevates you to a higher plane of understanding and compassion. By seeing your enemies as guides on your path to personal growth, you develop greater empathy towards them and yourself. You begin to look beyond their superficial actions and recognize their humanity and underlying suffering. Essentially, the path to destroying your enemy without resorting to physical conflict is paved with the wisdom gained by treating adversity as a guiding teacher on your journey to becoming a better person. Every step you take on this path brings you closer to realizing your true potential and helps you cultivate greater harmony and inner peace. Number 3, ignore them. In the intricate tapestry of dismantling enmity without resorting to physical combat, the fourth powerful strategy is the art of deliberate ignorance. This involves a conscious decision to divert attention away from your adversary, opting not to acknowledge their words, actions, or even their mere presence. It is an approach that involves treating them as if they were unnoticed or beneath your attention. Ignoring your enemy serves as a formidable tactic, stripping them of the satisfaction that often accompanies provocation, harm, or influence. By demonstrating indifference to their attempts at disruption, you communicate a powerful message that they have no influence over your emotions, actions, or well-being. This not only denies them the anticipated satisfaction, but also conveys that their efforts are futile and irrelevant. They may present, you can channel your energy into activities that bring you joy, align with your goals, and contribute to personal growth. This deliberate diversion allows you to transcend the negativity associated with conflicts and dedicate your time and efforts to activities that enrich your life. Living in accordance with the present moment becomes a crucial aspect of this strategy. By ignoring your enemy, you create a mental and emotional space to appreciate the positive aspects of your life, fostering a mindset of gratitude. This, in turn, enables you to prepare for the future with a clear and unclouded perspective. The phrase, "the best revenge is not to be like your enemy," spoken by the Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius, holds deep meaning beyond mere rhetoric. This statement is a call to reflection and conscious action, inviting people to reevaluate their approach to those who have harmed them. By adopting this maxim as a guide, we are invited to step away from the endless cycle of retaliation and negativity that often accompanies conflicts. Instead of falling into the trap of vengeance and destructive reciprocity, we are challenged to rise above the downward spiral of animosity and seek a higher form of conflict resolution. The essence of this philosophy lies in the conscious choice not to mimic the actions of our enemies. Instead of responding to violence with more violence, we opt for a path of non-participation and wisdom. This decision not only protects us from the corrosive effects of animosity, but also allows us to cultivate deeper resilience and a broader understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Ignoring our enemy does not simply mean turning a blind eye and pretending the conflict does not exist. Rather, it involves a conscious choice of where to focus our energy and attention. By ignoring the provocations and manipulations of our enemy, we can direct our energy towards what truly matters in our lives: our goals, our relationships, our passions, and our virtues. By choosing this approach of non-participation, we can also find a greater sense of peace and satisfaction in our lives. We free ourselves from the weight of anger and resentment and allow ourselves to live in the present with a clear and calm mind. We focus on what truly matters, what brings us joy and meaning, and prepare for the future with an attitude of hope and determination. Ultimately, by following this path, we become the architects of our own happiness and the guardians of our own inner peace. Number 4, understand them. The paramount strategy for neutralizing your enemy without resorting to physical conflict is to delve deeply into the realms of understanding. This involves comprehending the reasons behind their designation as your adversary, discerning their desires, and unraveling the complexities of their thought processes. The key lies in perceiving them as they truly are, not through the prism of imagination or preconceived notions. By cultivating a deep understanding of your enemy, you acquire the ability to navigate potential conflicts with judgment. This insight allows you to discern their movements in advance, exploit their vulnerabilities, and avoid unnecessary confrontations. Additionally, delving into their mindset enables you to unveil their humanity, witness their imperfections, vulnerabilities, and internal struggles. This realization dismantles the simplistic notion that they are inherently evil, transforming them into individuals who may be misguided rather than malevolent, imperfect rather than monstrous, and fundamentally similar to you rather than different. Understanding your enemy also provides a mirror to your own psyche. It reveals the triggers of your anger, the threats to your ego, and the challenges to your values. By scrutinizing your reactions and motivations, you embark on a journey of self-discovery. This introspective process empowers you to learn from your mistakes, refine your character, and foster the growth of wisdom within you. Seneca, recognized as one of the greatest Stoic philosophers in history, concisely and powerfully expressed a fundamental truth in the pursuit of personal transformation and conflict management. The best way to conquer an enemy is to make him a friend. This statement goes far beyond the simple idea of overcoming an adversary through physical force or direct confrontation. At its core, it invites us to explore the redemptive and transformative power of empathy, understanding, and reconciliation. When we consider this maxim, we are confronted with the idea that turning an enemy into an ally is not merely a superficial change in external dynamics, but a profound internal metamorphosis that requires sincere commitment and genuine understanding. It involves delving into the emotional and psychological terrain of both parties, exploring the motives, perspectives, and underlying values that have shaped the conflict. By understanding our enemy, we not only gain a clearer vision of their behavior and motivations, but also achieve a deeper perspective of ourselves. It allows us to examine our own reactions to adversity, identify what triggers our anger, what threatens our ego, and what challenges our fundamental values. Through this introspection, we have the opportunity to learn from our past mistakes, improve our character, and cultivate greater wisdom and self-understanding. Transforming an enemy into an ally involves a process of forgiveness, compassion, and mutual acceptance. It requires letting go of resentment and bitterness and opening our hearts to the possibility of reconciliation and understanding. It is an act of bravery and generosity that transcends selfishness and vengeance, bringing us closer to a state of inner peace and harmony. By adopting this approach, we not only transform our external relationships, but also strengthen our inner selves. We become masters of empathy and compassion, rising above the limitations of conflict and discord. Ultimately, by turning our enemies into friends, we discover greater fulfillment and meaning in our lives, and move one step closer to achieving true realization and happiness. You have now reached the halfway mark of the video. I congratulate you for trying to become a better version of yourself, and I also humbly ask you to leave a comment, as it helps my channel immensely. If you do not know what to comment, just write "mind over body" so I know you reached this far, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I've linked some books on Stoicism that helped me become the man I am today, and will also help you achieve a Stoic mindset. Number 5. Outsmart them. In the intricate dance of dismantling enmity without resorting to physical confrontation, the sixth strategic avenue is the art of outsmarting your adversary with cunning. This involves leveraging your intelligence, creativity, and strategic acumen to navigate the complexities of conflict and emerge victorious through the power of wit and ingenuity. Outsmarting your enemy is a testament to foresight, allowing you to avoid unnecessary risks, overcome formidable obstacles, and steer towards outcomes that align with your goals. This strategic approach not only protects you from potential pitfalls, but positions you as a master of the chessboard, skillfully anticipating moves and countermoves. Additionally, the element of surprise, confusion, or admiration that accompanies outsmarting your adversary can generate respect, admiration, or even a touch of fear. Demonstrating intellectual prowess in the face of adversity serves as a showcase of competence, wit, and excellence, making a proclamation that transcends mere tactical victories, establishing you as a sage navigating the intricate tapestry of conflict. This approach communicates that you are not a mere passive observer, but an active participant, strategically maneuvering the pieces to achieve desired outcomes. Cicero, the venerable Stoic lawyer, encapsulated the essence of this approach with his timeless wisdom. The wise man's skill is to turn everything that happens to his advantage. This sage advice encourages a perspective that transcends immediate circumstances, urging people to transform challenges into opportunities and adversities into stepping stones toward progress. In essence, outsmarting your enemy becomes a manifestation of wisdom, turning the tide of conflict in your favor and showcasing the resilience of the human spirit. By traversing the path of strategy and cunning to outsmart your enemy, you embark on a journey that goes beyond mere physical confrontation. It is a path that requires intelligence, creativity, and a deep understanding of the dynamics of conflict. By applying cunning in your interactions with your adversary, you unlock endless possibilities to influence the course of events and achieve your objectives. One of the main advantages of outsmarting your enemy with cunning is the ability to avoid unnecessary risks. By being cunning, you can anticipate their moves and make calculated decisions that minimize the chances of failure. This ability to foresee and plan allows you to navigate difficult obstacles and sidestep potential traps that could stand in your way to victory. Moreover, cunning provides you with the opportunity to surprise your enemy, confuse them, or even impress them with your strategic skills. By employing unexpected or ingenious tactics, you can unbalance your adversary and gain a psychological edge over them. This ability to keep them off balance grants you a position of power and control on the battlefield. On the other hand, outsmarting your enemy with cunning allows you to earn their respect, admiration, or even fear. By demonstrating your competence, wit, and excellence in your actions, you present yourself as a worthy opponent, deserving of recognition and consideration. This display of skill and prowess not only distinguishes you as a capable individual, but also establishes your authority and mastery over the situation. By adopting this strategic approach, you also have the opportunity to prove your worth as a leader and thinker. Outsmarting your enemy with cunning requires not only tactical skills, but also a deep understanding of the motivations and desires of all parties involved. By showing that you can see beyond the surface and anticipate the consequences of your actions, you establish yourself as a powerful player in the conflict arena. In summary, outsmarting your enemy with cunning is much more than simply winning a battle. It is an art that involves vision, boldness, and determination. By applying cunning in your confrontations, you not only achieve your objectives more efficiently, but also stand out as a skilled strategist and consummate leader. Ultimately, by demonstrating your ability to outsmart your enemy with cunning, you affirm your position as a true victor in the struggle for success and supremacy. Number 6. Forgive them. In the profound journey of disarming your enemy without resorting to physical combat, the fifth transformative strategy involves the formidable power of forgiveness. This transcendent act encompasses letting go of resentment, releasing the grip of grudges, and relinquishing any lingering desire for revenge. It is an elevation of consciousness that involves accepting the reality of what happened, understanding the underlying reasons, and ultimately transcending the chains of past grievances. Forgiving your enemy is akin to freeing yourself from the weight of hatred, neutralizing the venom of anger, and liberating your spirit from the trap of bitterness. It is a process that not only heals the wounds inflicted by animosity, but also facilitates the restoration of inner peace, allowing you to regain your emotional and mental balance. Moreover, forgiveness opens the door to the possibility of reconciliation, cooperation, or even the emergence of an unexpected friendship. By choosing to forgive, you embark on a journey of personal empowerment. This transformative act is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to your strength, generosity, and nobility. It demonstrates that you are not a slave to your emotions, but a master of reason, capable of transcending the primal urge for retaliation. It shows that you are not a victim trapped by circumstances, but a conscious creator of your destiny, choosing the path of healing and growth. Epictetus, the revered Stoic master, encapsulated the essence of forgiveness with his profound words. Forgiveness is better than revenge, for forgiveness is the sign of a gentle nature, but revenge is the sign of a savage nature. This wisdom highlights the transformative power of forgiveness, urging us to overcome our basest instincts and embrace the superior virtues of compassion and understanding. By embarking on the act of forgiving your enemy, you are not only releasing the weight of grudge and bitterness from your heart, but also demonstrating great inner strength. By opting for forgiveness, you show the world that you are not a slave to your emotions, but have control over your own mind and heart. This conscious choice to release negativity and resentment is a testament to your ability to rise above difficulties and find inner peace. Furthermore, by forgiving your enemy, you are exercising great generosity and nobility of spirit. You are extending the hand of compassion and kindness to someone who may not deserve it, but nevertheless needs your understanding and forgiveness. This act of generosity not only benefits the forgiven person, but also elevates you, showing the world your greatness of spirit and your ability to overcome evil with good. By forgiving your enemy, you are also showing the world that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but a true architect of your own destiny. Instead of allowing hatred and resentment to dictate your actions and emotions, you are taking control of your life and choosing the path of peace and reconciliation. This conscious choice to free yourself from the past opens you up to new possibilities and opportunities in the future, creating a path towards true freedom and empowerment. Additionally, by forgiving your enemy, you demonstrate that you are not a follower of the crowd, but a leader of yourself. In a world where revenge and resentment are often the norm, choosing forgiveness is an act of courage and self-determination. You are challenging social expectations and choosing the less traveled road, proving that you are capable of making decisions based on your own values and principles rather than blindly following the example of others. In summary, by forgiving your enemy, you demonstrate your strength, your generosity, your nobility, and your leadership. You are freeing yourself from the weight of grudge and bitterness and opening your heart to the possibility of reconciliation and peace. This act of forgiveness not only benefits the forgiven person, but also strengthens you, allowing you to move forward with confidence and determination in life. Number 7. Love them. In the deep quest to neutralize enmity without resorting to physical combat, the seventh and final strategy is to harness the transformative power of love. This involves deploying kindness, compassion, and benevolence as instruments of change. It is a paradigm-shifting approach that transcends conventional notions of conflict resolution, urging people to wish well-being for their adversaries, engage in benevolent actions, and actively contribute to their personal growth. Loving your enemy is an alchemical process that has the potential to transform their animosity into understanding, heal their wounds, and even guide them towards a path of redemption. Simultaneously, this act of love becomes a profound journey of personal elevation, enrichment, and enlightenment. By choosing love over animosity, you not only impact the other person, but also elevate yourself to a higher plane of consciousness and moral strength. The transformative power of love extends beyond the realm of interpersonal dynamics. It is a force capable of turning adversaries into friends, opponents into allies, and conflicts into opportunities for collaboration. Through the genuine expression of love, you foster an environment where relationships can be repaired, alliances formed, and partnerships flourished. By choosing love as a response to animosity, you also affirm your humanity, divinity, and inherent beauty. It is a declaration that you are not a spreader of hatred, but a messenger of love. This act demonstrates that you rise above the most basic instincts, embodying a divine quality that transcends the realm of conflict. It underscores your role not only as part of the problem, but as an integral component of the solution. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, encapsulated this transformative approach with his eternal wisdom: "The best way to avenge yourself is not to be like the other." This profound statement challenges the notion of vengeance as a solution, urging people to rise above the cycle of hatred and emulate a higher standard of conduct, one rooted in love and compassion. By loving your enemy, you can also express your humanity, divinity, and beauty. You can show that you are not a hater, but a lover. You can show that you are not a beast, but a god. You can show that you are not part of the problem, but part of the solution. Number 8. Develop Stoic mindfulness. Cultivating a Stoic mindset through mindfulness is not merely a superficial exercise. It is a deep commitment to inner exploration and unraveling reflection. It takes you beyond merely identifying your superficial reactions, delving into the deeper roots of your psyche. By questioning your ingrained beliefs, examining your automatic judgments, and exploring the deeper layers of your being, you embark on a journey of self-exploration that will not only provide you with a richer understanding of yourself, but also lay the groundwork for sustainable personal growth. Stoic mindfulness is not just about being present in the moment. It involves a conscious observation of your own perceptions, thought patterns, and emotional responses. By deciphering the complexity of your stream of consciousness, you immerse yourself in the richness of your thoughts, exploring the connection between your emotions and your decision-making. This deep self-awareness endows you with the ability to discern between the impulsive and the reflective, enabling you to make informed decisions based on reason and logic. In practical terms, this mindfulness becomes your ally in managing daily interactions. It provides you with the necessary tools to recognize early warning signs of potential conflicts, giving you the opportunity to address challenging situations with serenity and mental clarity. By deepening your connection with your internal experiences, you not only become more aware of your own motivations and reactions, but also cultivate a deeper empathy towards others, contributing to more harmonious relationships. In conclusion, Stoic mindfulness reveals itself as a constant journey of self-discovery that goes beyond merely being present. It stands as a powerful tool for personal development and effective management of life's complexities, offering a way to navigate gracefully and wisely through daily challenges. Number 9. Resilience in adversity. Stoic philosophy, with its focus on virtue, serenity, and the acceptance of what is beyond our control, offers us a path to resilience in the face of adversity. In a world filled with uncertainty, conflicts, and challenges, the ability to maintain calm and mental clarity becomes invaluable. Stoic resilience is not just about enduring the storm, but about finding inner strength to face it and emerge stronger from it. One of the fundamental principles of Stoic philosophy is the concept of amor fati, or love of fate. This involves embracing everything that happens to us in life, both the good and the bad, and seeing each situation as an opportunity for growth and learning. Instead of resisting or lamenting the difficulties we face, Stoic resilience urges us to accept them with humility and courage, trusting that we have the capacity to overcome them. Another key aspect of Stoic resilience is the practice of premeditatio malorum, or the contemplation of future evils. This does not involve obsessively worrying about what could go wrong, but mentally preparing to face challenges that may arise along the way. By anticipating potential obstacles and having a plan of action to address them, we are better equipped to handle them when they do occur. Furthermore, Stoic resilience is nourished by the practice of apatheia, or the tranquil indifference towards external things. This does not mean being insensitive or uninterested in the world around us, but cultivating an attitude of detachment towards things that are beyond our control. By recognizing that we cannot control external events, we can focus our attention and energy on what is within our grasp, our attitude and our response to circumstances. Ultimately, Stoic resilience is based on the belief that we are capable of finding inner strength and peace of mind, even in the midst of the most challenging difficulties. By cultivating virtue, acceptance, and serenity, we can face life's challenges with courage and determination and find a sense of purpose and meaning even in the darkest moments. Instead of being knocked down by adversity, we can emerge from it stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Number 10. Focus on yourself. The principle of focusing on oneself stands out as a fundamental guide for living a full and virtuous life in the face of your enemies. This teaching invites us to direct our attention towards our own inner being, cultivating virtue, serenity, and authenticity within ourselves. One of the central practices in Stoic philosophy is introspection. By dedicating time to reflect on our actions, thoughts, and emotions, we can better understand ourselves and more clearly comprehend how our decisions impact our lives and those of others. This self-awareness allows us to identify and correct behaviors or habits that may be hindering our personal growth and emotional well-being. Furthermore, focusing on oneself involves taking responsibility for our own actions and emotions. Instead of blaming others or external circumstances for our problems, Stoics urge us to recognize that we have the power to control our own response to any situation. This mindset of responsibility empowers us to make conscious and effective decisions that bring us closer to our goals and help us live in accordance with our deepest values. Another key aspect of focusing on oneself, according to Stoic philosophy, is the practice of emotional detachment. This involves recognizing that we do not have control over many of the things that happen in our lives and learning to accept them with serenity and balance. By freeing ourselves from excessive attachment to specific outcomes or the opinions of others, we can find greater inner freedom and a greater capacity to enjoy the present moment. Ultimately, focusing on oneself, according to Stoic philosophy, helps us cultivate a life of authenticity, integrity, and fulfillment. By prioritizing our own growth and well-being, we can live in accordance with our deepest values and contribute more meaningfully to the world around us. By adopting this mindset of self-awareness and responsibility, we can find a greater sense of purpose and satisfaction in our lives. By embracing these 10 transformative ways to dissolve enmity without resorting to physical combat, Stoic philosophy offers a profound roadmap, not only for overcoming external adversaries, but more importantly, for conquering the internal enemies within oneself. Following these paths, you embark on a journey of self-deconstruction, not of your true self, but of the false constructs of ego, pride, and ignorance that obscure your authentic being. The essence of Stoicism lies in the destruction of the internal enemy, paving the way for the emergence of the best version of yourself. Through deliberate choices of understanding, ignorance, forgiveness, overcoming, and ultimately love, you dismantle the barriers that hinder your connection with virtue, wisdom, and happiness. Now, if any part of this message has been helpful to you, leave us your like and comment, helping the algorithm recommend it to someone who needs it at this time. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. And if you look through the videos we've already uploaded, you're sure to find something to take with you. Have a good day.